How the heck are ya? Happy Tuesday, the 11th day of December 2018. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley back on the air. Thanks for starting your day with us here on the NCW Live channel. I'm Dan Kuntz, your host. Busy show for today. Lots going on this Tuesday. It is spittling snow oh so lightly over the Wenatchee Valley. Heavier snow in some locations. We have a winter weather advisory. It remains in effect. It started at 4 o'clock this morning, goes until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to have a little bit of everything. We're going to have some snow. We're going to have a little bit of rain. We're going to have quite a bit of wind. We got lots of weather to talk about here coming up just real shortly. So if you're concerned about what's going on weather-wise, and most people are, because who's kidding who? The weather affects everybody. We'll have an in-depth weather forecast from the National Weather Service in just a couple of minutes. Also, we'll take you up to the mountain passes. It is ugly up there. To the Cascades we go. They're way behind on snow total so far this year, but Mother Nature is catching up in a big way. Great news for skiers and snowboarders, not so much for you mountain commuters. Pass report is on the way. Also, we'll talk about sports. We'll talk about the WUWV Community Toy Drive. We had the obscure holiday birthdays today in history. Everyone is entitled to Mike McDonough's opinion. And my guest in the second half of the program, he's waiting right here, is Trumpy Bear. There he is. Trumpy Bear. Say hi to Trumpy Bear, everybody. Yes, Trumpy Bear. And this is kind of cool. You see, Trumpy Bear, if you unzip the back of it, out of Trumpy Bear comes a beautiful American flag blanket, a cozy little blanket so you can snuggle up with Trumpy Bear. Isn't that nice? This is an actual item. You can buy this item. I kid you not. This is Tucker's, our top content producer. Well, one of our content producers anyway. M. Tucker Wagner, Esquire, Cashmere, Washington, USA. He got one of these as a gift from our very own Eric Grandstrom. Hi, Trumpy Bear. How are you? He's looking good. My actual guest is Linda Haglund, the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association. She brought me coffee, which I prefer to Trumpy Bear, all things considered. Linda will be dropping by. It's a busy holiday season with the WDA. She's a regular contributor to this program. Linda Haglund will be dropping by in the second half of the program. Without further ado, let's take it around North Central Washington with our Valley View cameras, whatever we can get, considering the conditions. I want to say that might not even be the cross camera. That might be cross east. That is the cross camera. Okay, well, somewhere down there is the Wenatchee and East Wenatchee area. It is foggy. It is snowing lightly. It is 27 degrees outside of our studios. We only hit 30, by the way, on Monday. That's what you get when you have cameras that are high up in elevation where the fog and the clouds are. Now, it looks like it's starting to thin out even a little bit, but it is what it is. And of course, we're still over a half an hour from sunrise, so that also limits our ability to show you what's going on this Tuesday. So that's always camera number one. Camera number two, we take a look at Cougar Ridge, I want to say. That's got to be the Cougar Ridge camera. Otabashian Bridge is in the middle of your screen there. The Cougar Ridge camera is not particularly high in elevation, so we can use that one. So it's kind of below the fog and the clouds. So to your left would be fruit warehouses. You can't quite make out the Town Toyota Center. To the right, on the other side of the Otabashian Bridge, is the Stummill Complex. You can see Yomi Gardens. Well, not really. Sunny slope, and looks like traffic is flowing over the Otabashian Bridge without too much trouble. Although we do have some light snow coming down, all the roads are just fine, at least in the Wenatchee Valley. The side streets are okay, the main arterials are okay. No reports of any significant accidents so far this morning. This really not sticking around. Camera three, what do we got? That is Apple Annie's, maybe? It is Apple Annie's. Wow, but considering I can't see anything, that ain't bad. That's not bad at all. Most of what you see is Cashmere. You can see the highway in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Good morning, Cashmere. Thanks for starting your day with us. By the way, we're the number 7 rated live local morning television show in the greater Cashmere area, but we're shooting for number 8. And finally, camera number 4 is a shot. Oh, this is the new one that I keep forgetting the name of it. Columbia View. Thank you very much, Kat. By the way, Kat and Megan are both in control today. That's the only way to do it. That's basically past Chelan, but not quite to Pateros, with the Columbia River plainly in view as we get going on a Tuesday morning. Big story right now is the winter weather advisory. It started about 3.5 hours ago, goes until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We get a little bit of everything, depending on where you live, from the National Weather Service. Here's your forecast. Now, buckle your seatbelt. There's a lot going on here, folks, and we're going to get you in-depth stuff with some slides here in just a little bit. So snow off and on before noon, and then a rain-snow mix, and then it switches over to just plain rain. And our forecast high of 40 degrees. So obviously whatever kind of snow that we get is not going to stick around. We'll be lucky if we get an inch of snow, and it's not going to be around much longer. Tonight we're looking at rain and wind with an overnight low of about 33. Wednesday, a little windy and quite a bit of sunshine and a high of 44 degrees. Let's take you through some of the things we have for you from the National Weather Service. Here's your snowfall total today. So take a look at where you live. As you can see in the Wenatchee Valley, we're not going to get up to an inch, but other locations will have more snow. The plain area will have more snow. You head up to the Methow Valley, Winthrop, Mazama, Twisp, you're going to get more snow. Up in the Omak-Okanagan area, not a lot of snow. Out in the Columbia Basin, less than an inch. So look at where you live, and that's how much snow you're going to get. And you see that dark color, that maroon, that's heavy snow for the mountain passes. We'll get to that in just a little bit. We have a map to show you the winter weather advisory, and there it is. So you can see that purplish is the advisory, and it just kind of curves in to the Wenatchee Valley. Winter storm warning, which is significantly more serious, is in pink, and that's why you see where Plain and the Winthrop area is going to have significantly more snow than us here in the Wenatchee Valley. Also, winds are going to be an issue, especially tonight. Let's take a look at the sustained winds. As you can see, going to be gusty. And this is ahead of this warm front that's going to bring us all that sunshine and temperatures in the mid-40s on Wednesday. I told you there was a lot going on. And finally, let's take you to the weekend because we can. Here's your weekend outlook from the National Weather Service. Not a lot happening on Saturday, and then another warm and wet storm will come our way on Sunday with more snow in the mountains and significant rain in the Wenatchee Valley. Again, I can't stress this enough. Yes, we're going to get a little bit of snow. No, it's not going to last very long, at least for the Wenatchee Valley. Once more, back to the forecast. We have a winter weather advisory until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Rain, snow mix, and then switching over to rain and a high of about 40, 33 for the overnight low tonight with some light rain and windy conditions. Lots of sunshine, but windy on Wednesday, high of 44. Wednesday night, slight chance of a rain, snow mix, 31 for the overnight low under cloudy skies. Friday, we go to a 40% chance of rain, mostly in the afternoon. Excuse me, cloudy skies and a high near 41. As we mentioned, Saturday and Sunday, kind of quiet. All of these temperatures are above normal, so we get a little bit of everything. It is 8 minutes after the hour. You liking the show so far, Trumpy? He says yes. Let's take you up to the mountain passes. Oh boy, this isn't pretty at all. That's a live shot of I-90 right now. It is snowing. There's snow and slush on the roadway, and traction tires are advised on Snoqualmie Pass. Now, Snoqualmie Pass is getting significant snowfall right now. That could and probably will turn into rain late this afternoon. So they're not going to get as much snow as Stevens. Your forecast is coming up in just a minute for the mountain passes. Let's take you to Stevens Pass. We have a chain requirement on US 2 Stevens Pass on all vehicles unless you have all-wheel drive. It is snowing heavily, and again, chains required on all cars except if you have all-wheel drive. On Stevens, they're going to get a lot of snow. And just take a live shot of Blewett. Blewett has a traction tire advisory right now. As you can see, you can't really see the roadway. Traction tires are advised. It's snowing on Blewett, snow, slush, and ice on the roadway. We have a winter storm advisory. They have a winter storm warning for the Cascades. Heavy snow from 2,500 feet and above. That's the demarcation line, 2,500 feet. You go above that, significant snow. Snow today in the mountain passes anywhere from 13 to 19 inches. Again, Snoqualmie is going to get less snow, but that could switch over to rain late this afternoon into early this evening. Tonight, 10 to 16 inches of snow. I'm not making these numbers up. An additional 3 to 5 inches of snow on Wednesday. Wednesday night, an additional 4 to 8 inches of snow. 5 to 9 inches of snow on Thursday. They get a little bit of break on Thursday. More snow on Friday. By Friday night, your snow accumulations on I-90, Snoqualmie Pass, about 38 inches of snow. Stevens Pass, about 62 inches of snow is possible starting today and going all the way through Friday night. It's going to snow heavy at times, occasional break outside of that, with this winter storm warning remaining in effect for the mountain passes all the way through, probably through the rest of the week. So right now it is not a good time to travel on the mountain passes. If you need to take I-90 today, your best bet is waiting late in the afternoon because that heavy snow should switch over to rain as that warm front begins to push in. It is 10 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live this morning from Studio 6 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Live channel.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shanlin here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Make your dream of building your own home a reality today. Bay Equity Home Loans has teamed up with Real Homes to make building your new home a smooth process. Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee offers new construction loans, FHA 3.5% down, and VA 100% construction loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
I came here to CVCH because one of my friends referred me. When I met Dr. Jocelyn, she was just amazing. She connected with my son and it meant so much to me. He opens up so quickly because she just sits there and plays with him. It really is like going to see a friend. It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted and respected. It just feels like home.
And we are back at 11 minutes after the hour on this edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. Light snow, some fog, 28 degrees outside of our studios. Light snow this morning, light rain this afternoon, gusty winds later on, high of about 40, sunshine and 45 on Wednesday. It's a weather roller coaster. Let's take a look at what's making headlines. Doug O'Brien shared this photo with us. This is a crash involving a Wenatchee school bus that was rear-ended by an SUV. This happened yesterday afternoon. Police told reporters the accident happened on North Wenatchee Avenue around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. Captain Edgar Reinfeld from the Wenatchee Police Department said a 14-year-old student on board the bus was treated for neck and back pain, but other than that, there were no serious injuries. Fire swept through an expensive motorhome in the Malaga area on Saturday night, but the owner was able to escape with his pet dog. Chief Brian Brett with the Chelan County Fire District 1 says the recreational vehicle was located next to a manufactured home that was being built off Kingsbury Road in the Clockham area. Brett said the homeowner had been living in the motorhome but had gone back to the house to take a shower. When he came out, he noticed smoke coming out of the RV.
He proceeds over and notices it looks like the fire is underneath in the storage hatches that you open up. He opens one and fire comes right out into his face. Fortunately, the compartment next to it had a fire extinguisher, and he opened that and discharged the whole contents of the extinguisher. However, the fire was too well involved, and it didn't make much of an impact on that. So as soon as he made that attempt, he realized his dog, Ryder, Chihuahua Pomeranian mix, was in the RV. So Terry ran over to the door, opened it up, and went in. And he found smoke from the ceiling to the floor. He couldn't see it all. Drops down to his hands and knees and crawls through this RV, sweeping with his hands, looking for Ryder. And Terry said the floor is so hot, it was hurting his knees and hands, burning his knees and hands as he was crawling. And his hands hurt so much yesterday, I couldn't even have him write on the report for me. However, he makes it about 20 feet into the dining room area, sweeps with his hands, feels Ryder, grabs Ryder. Ryder's down and not responding, and crawls out of the RV. He gives Ryder a couple rescue breaths, mouth-to-snout breaths, and Ryder perked right up. And as of yesterday, Ryder's doing just fine.
Brett told us the RV and its wood frame shelter were totally engulfed in flames when the fire crews arrived.
There's no water supply up there. The crews had to shuttle tank water, and the power line, some of the hazards the crews encountered, the power dropped on the hoses and arced one of the couplings. Terry also had 50 to 100,000 rounds of .22 and 30-06 ammunition, and it was going off for about 45 minutes during the fire.
Brett says the homeowner, identified as Terry Harvey, did not require any medical attention. He says the cause is under investigation, but he suspects it was probably electrical in nature. Governor Jay Inslee will unveil his policy and budget priorities for the upcoming 2019 legislative session. He started Monday with aggressive proposals to address climate change.
We are here for a noble cause. It is a noble cause to fight for our children's health. It is a noble cause to fight for a clean energy economic development plan. It is a noble cause to see to it that Washington State will fulfill its destiny to lead the clean energy revolution in the world today. So here's a clean energy plan we are proposing today. First, a transition to 100% clean electricity in the state of Washington. Second, an effort to transform our buildings to capture the enormous cost savings that are available so we don't heat the atmosphere, we heat our homes, and we save energy costs when we do that. Third, an effort to modernize and electrify our transportation system. Fourth, an effort to reduce super pollutants, known as hydrofluorocarbons, and improve fuel standards to make better use of non-fossil fuel sources. Combined, these actions will cut emissions by nearly 16 million metric tons over 15 years. This will be the steepest and swiftest reduction of greenhouse gases we have ever seen.
Inslee has made climate change legislation one of the cornerstones of his governorship, but he's had little success in getting his ideas passed by the legislature. On Thursday of this week, he'll present his proposed budget for the 2019-2021 biennium. It'll include investments in orchid recovery, education, and statewide broadband. Well, apparently it's back to square one for the Cascade School District's planned sale of property in the Plain area. The district rejected 2 purchase bids, and they're going to have to wait until after the new year to put the property back out to bid. Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue submitted the 2 failed bids. The fire department was hoping to develop the property. It's located right next to their fire station for a new multi-purpose training facility. Chief Mick Lamar outlined the need for more space in a June interview with the NCW Live channel.
So we took a look at our station in Plain, which is next to Cascades Beaver Valley Elementary School. And that's a site that looks central to our area. If you drew a 10-mile radius around that station, a propensity of our homeowners live within 10 miles of that station, central to the community. And the school district next door had 10 acres. They bought back in the late 1990s, early 2000 period, built Beaver Valley Elementary School. So we had reached out to them and said, at any point in time, if you don't use your excess land, if you're interested in getting rid of it, we would be interested in acquiring it so we could increase our footprint for development in the future.
The fire district's bid failed to include the development of a children's playground as required by the school district. Superintendent Bill Mossenbacher said the school board, and I'm quoting now, wanted to be sure that the playground got built and they needed some more time to determine exactly how they wanted to do that. Well, speaking of schools, construction of a brand new Quincy High School moving right along. It's an $8 million new high school for Quincy, along with a state-of-the-art gymnasium. The new Quincy High School will also feature a 550-seat performing arts center. Should be completed by the beginning of the next school year, September 2019. Those kids are going to be lucky going to a brand new school. George Elementary School is giving a big thank you to the parents and alumni of the University of Washington Husky Marching Band for their generosity. School officials announced they've received over 70 packages of various school supplies in response to the support that the communities of George and Quincy gave to the Husky Marching Band when one of their buses tipped over, if you remember, on Thanksgiving night on their way to the Apple Cup. And finally, on this Tuesday morning, nearly 30 volunteers came out to Sangster Motors on Sunday morning to finish assembling 130 bicycles and scooters, all part of the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Take a look.
It's the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive Bike Build at Sangster Motors. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like.
Got the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive, putting the bikes together for all the kids and just having a good time with everyone.
Kirk's done a great job at Les Schwab. Him and Nikki just done an amazing job putting this together, you know, and anything, like I said last year, that he wants to get us on board with, we're going to do it. I mean, these kids need these things, and we're just glad that we can support and help.
Brakes work, seats are tight, wheels are on, tires are full. Yeah, so when the kid gets the bike, they can get on and go.
Right now I'm looking to make sure that the chain can hit all of the gears for each click of the shifter. And just listen for any kind of grinding sounds, making sure that the chain is straight.
We're all about giving back to the community. I mean, Dad's taught that to us. I mean, It's like support, you know, the community and the people that support you, and anything we can do that will help, we're all in.
So volunteer Sunday morning for you here?
Yeah, no, happy to do it. I've been looking to do this kind of stuff since I moved here a couple months ago. Finally got an opportunity.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
So Wenatchee Valley Velo's role is we provide the helmets, and we make sure that these bikes, we're checking them out in the other room there, making sure they're all race ready to go. But we're also making sure that each kid has a helmet on there, protect those kids' heads as they go down the road and whatnot type deal. So yeah, we every year we give over 750 helmets out, 500 at Youth Day at the park. 100 here, 100 up in Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue, and then another 100 over there to the East Wenatchee Rotary when they have a bike rodeo there. So it's our big campaign. It's what we're passionate about, making sure that when kids are out there on their bikes that they've got a helmet, and we're protecting those kids as they go on.
After what's happened last year and what's happened this year, a lot of people are going to see this and they're going to go, we want to get on board with this. I mean, this is great for the community to help these people out. And like I said, my brothers and my dad and I, we're just glad that we can do what we do.
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like.
That's cool. Yeah, it's one thing to get a bicycle, a brand new bicycle for Christmas, but it's another thing to have it already built and ready to go. Thanks to Sangster Motors for opening up their dealership on a day they'd normally be closed and having everybody participate. That's good stuff. Yeah, we're running towards the end of the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive, by the way. Just a couple of days remaining. It's not too late. You're out and about and you're doing all your Christmas shopping. Pick up a new unwrapped toy for kids, toddlers, all the way to high schoolers, and drop it off at any of our sponsor locations. Hooked on Toys is an easy place to do it because they got lots of toys, and the box is right there. Gift cards work fine too. Cash works fine. Whatever the case may be. Also, you can drop off your new unwrapped gift at either Les Schwab location in Wenatchee or East Wenatchee. Branches of Cashmere Valley Bank works in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. We're trying to make it as easy as possible for you because we're wrapping it up this week, the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Last year we helped out 700 kids. Our goal this year is to have 1,000 kids have the kind of Christmas that every kid should have this time of year. It's 22 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a break. When we come back, sports, the obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays, everyone is entitled to Mike McNarty's opinion, and Linda Haglund, the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association. Busy Tuesday. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hey everyone, did you know that the NCW Life channel is North Central Washington's go-to source for news? No matter how you prefer to view your news, NCW Life has you covered. Watch the evening news weeknights on TV, stream it, read it at ncwlife.com, or catch the latest news by following us on Facebook. Stay informed with local news, sports, weather, and shows featuring local people and events. NCW Life, a reflection and a spotlight of the communities we call home.
Turn back the clocks and grab the ice melt. Winter weather is here. This is Corey at Rose Tractor. If you're looking for a reliable way to clear snow, look no further than Cub Cadet. For sidewalks and driveways, a Cub Cadet snow thrower will get the job done in a jiffy. For larger jobs, a Cub Cadet Challenger utility vehicle with a snow blade will handle about anything. You can depend on Cub Cadet for years of reliable performance, and we'll help you select the best model for your job at Rose Tractor, family-run business at the corner of 3rd and Rock Island Road in East Wenatchee.
And we're back at 24 minutes after the hour. We're starting to be able to see the Wenatchee Valley with some light snow and fog right now. A little bit of light snow, some rain possible, also a little wind. We still have a winter weather advisory for the Wenatchee Valley, but a winter weather warning for those folks to the west of us, and I'm talking about Leavenworth and Plain. You're going to get significant snow today. Let's do sports. Seattle Seahawks have shown they can win all types of games this season. They won that high-scoring shootout against Carolina a couple of weeks ago. Last night, they won a low-scoring defensive game against Minnesota on Monday Night Football. While the final score was 21-7, doesn't really depict how the game went. Seahawks defense pitched a 58-minute shutout, while the offense couldn't find the end zone until the final 3 minutes of the game. Seattle held the Vikings to 77 yards rushing on the night. Quarterback Kirk Cousins passed for 70 of his 220 yards on Minnesota's final drive when the game was already at hand. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll says he loves defensive kinds of victories.
Well, that was a classic defensive ball game all night long. We had a lot of respect for this team that we're playing because they're so good all the way around. And they showed it. It was really hard for us to get the ball downfield and scoring points. And we were fortunate in playing a really good game on defense. Had some great stops tonight, some just classic short yard stops. And down there on the goal line, Bradley, I guess, gets in the way on the 4th down play in the end zone. Just some beautiful football, and not the kind of football that everybody loves, but the kind of football that we love. And I bet Coach Zim, he thinks the same thing. It was a tough defensive day.
Seahawks rushed 42 times for 214 yards, led by Chris Carson. He had 22 carries for 90 yards, also scored a touchdown. Russell Wilson struggled through the air, and I mean big time. He was only 10 for 20 for 70 yards. That was his lowest total as a professional football quarterback. Coach Carroll said credit should go to the offensive line and their trio of running backs.
And let me say this too about that these guys had only been giving up 90 yards a game rushing, and we rushed for over 200 a day, and that's something to be proud of. It was hard to do, and our guys knocked it out. Guys up front, the guys running, all 3 running backs had good averages and ran well, and we had pretty good mix. And whenever you run it 40-something times, you ought to win. So that was pretty good. You're gonna look at the numbers and see Russ. Russ was 10 for 20 or something like that. But when you add it all up, 42 runs and 10 completions, that's that 50 we're looking for. And so it worked out just fine tonight. Really was just. I think when a step away from it, it's really about the defense tonight. I love the way they played. They played so hard and so spirited.
There was a controversial play in the 4th quarter, drew a lot of attention. Bobby Wagner leaped over the line of scrimmage to attempt to block a field goal, and it appeared that he used a teammate for leverage to get a little bit higher up in the air. In doing so, it should have been penalized. He wasn't. Carroll said it was something they've practiced all week long.
I don't know. It was almost poetic after last week's game that Bobby would get the chance to block the field goal, and he pulled it off and did it. It was just an incredible play. I think they're going to talk about it. We practiced it all week with Bobby jumping over the guys, never touched anybody. I don't know what happened in the game, but that's the way he was doing. He was able to clear the line of scrimmage without touching anybody. That was the plan, and very few people could do that, but he had pulled it off beautifully in the week and during the week, and so that's what the officials called. But I know there's some controversy about that.
Seahawks improved to 8-5 with a win. They next traveled to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers Sunday at 1:05. Let's take a look at the prep schedule for today, shall we? High school girls basketball. Cascade is at Chelan at 6. Waterville Mansfield plays host to Manson. That also gets going at 6 o'clock. In boys basketball, same schedule. Later on in the evening, Kodiaks will take on the Goats at 7:30. The Trojans are on the plateau to take on the Shockers at 7:30. We got Big 9 wrestling tonight right here on the NCW Live Channel. Eric Grandstrom will be Matt's side of Eastmont High School. The Wildcats play host to the Moses Lake Chiefs. We'll take to the airwaves, 7-ish or so for that one. Wenatchee, by the way, is on the road at Eisenhower. Earlier in the day today, it's a battle for Big 9 bowling. First place at Eastmont Lanes. The Wenatchee Panthers are in second place in the Big 9. They're 5-1. They'll play host to the 6-0 Eisenhower Cadets. The ladies will start rolling at 2 o'clock. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Tuesday at 28 minutes after the hour. The obscure holiday of the day today. Today is International Mountain Day. International Mountain Day. Yes, mountains have their own day, and they should, because we have a tendency to take mountains for granted. They just sit there. But mountains are terribly important to our well-being as human beings. They provide fresh water. They affect the weather. All kinds of cool things. Some fun facts about mountains. I got a couple of them. K2, which is the second tallest mountain in the world, has no local name, and the reason is the mountain was so remote and the mountain is so inaccessible that nobody even knew it was there. So its original surveying marker by the British surveyors who found the mountain called it K2, and they just called it K2 because they didn't even know it was there, so therefore they didn't even give it a name. And Mount Everest may be the tallest mountain, highest altitude of any mountain on Earth, but the tallest from the base of the mountain to the top of the mountain is actually the Mauna Kea Mountain in Hawaii, because it goes from the ocean floor and then it breaks the ocean surface and goes up. It's 33,480 feet. Only 13,796 of it is actually above water. Celebrate mountains. Raise awareness about mountains today. Just don't drive in them right now. Passes are a mess. It's 30 minutes after the hour. Let's do today in history. And first of all, we want to say happy birthday to Indiana. the Hoosier State. Indiana is 202 years old today. That's one of my favorite state flags. Believe it or not, it didn't even have a state flag until 100 years ago. They were getting ready to celebrate their centennial in 1916 when Indiana realized we don't even have a state flag. So they came up with that, and I'm glad they did. It's a good one. Of course, Indiana is the Hoosier State. That means you are either from Indiana or you live in Indiana. That's what a Hoosier is. The motto, the crossroads of America, seems fair to me. Indiana has only 12 official state symbols. There are some states that have like 60 official state symbols. Indiana only has 12. Maybe one of the reasons I like Indiana. Happy 202nd birthday to Indiana. And December 11th, 1941, 77 years ago today. Well, FDR had a problem because it was the Japanese, not the Nazis, who bombed Pearl Harbor. It was the Japanese who declared war on the United States. The United States declared war on the Japanese. The problem is FDR knew, his advisors knew, his military people knew that the real threat was Nazi Germany. How do we get involved with that? Well, Hitler made it easy for him. Hitler declared war on the United States before the United States declared war on Hitler. And so it all worked out just fine. The United States, Germany and Italy declared war on the United States. The United States turned around and declared war on Italy and Germany on this date in 1941. And finally, we have some birthdays to get to. Voted at the end of the last century as the greatest mayor in American history, Fiorello LaGuardia. Fiorello, I can never pronounce his first name. He was the mayor of New York City from 1934 to 1945. He was the original Rhino, Republican in name only. He was a Republican, but he supported all of FDR's efforts during his time as mayor of New York City. Only 5'2" tall. He cleaned up all the corruption that was rampant in New York City. And as I said before, at the turn of the last century in 1999, a poll of historians ranked him as the greatest mayor in American history. Fiorello LaGuardia, the mayor of New York City from 1934 to 1945, was born in the state in 1882. And when I think of cricketers from New Zealand, great cricket players from New Zealand, we all think of Tim Southee. I think it's obvious. Tim Southee is 30 years old today, the most famous cricket player in all of New Zealand. And according directly from the New Zealand National Cricket website, Tim Southee is known for his ability to generate late outswing at a brisk pace and later with off-cutting slower balls, almost like faster off-spinner on a damp wicket when death bowling. Happy 30th birthday to Tim Southee. It is 33 minutes after the hour. Let's check in with Trumpy Bear here. How you doing, Trumpy? It looks like he was nodding off a little bit. There's Trumpy Bear. There you go. Well, when we come back, everybody is entitled to Mike Mignotti's opinion, and then Linda Haglund, the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association, will be joining me. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley alongside Trumpy Bear. I'm Dan Kuntz, live from Studio 2 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Live channel.
Make a purchase from a local business and you are supporting your community and your friends. Please stop by and share some holiday cheer with these local businesses.
Squirrel Tree at Cole's Corner in Leavenworth is the place to be. New bar, 8 TVs, 2 pool tables, darts, live music, and great food.
Walk-ins are welcome at Hometown Hearing, and they accept insurance. Demo the latest technology and hearing aids when you have a free hearing check at Hometown Hearing.
Happy holidays from your friends and neighbors.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
Ho, ho, ho! The Christmas season is upon us, Wenatchee Valley, and Collins is here to fulfill your gift-giving and fashion needs. Bring in your list, and we will assist you in finding the perfect gift and wrap it up for you. Tommy Bahama, popcorn treats, yummy caramels for the guys, Brighton jewelry, handbags, gifts for all the women on your list. Cashmere scarves, sweaters, cozy jammies, gowns, blankies, socks. Gift cards are always a great gift. Beautiful holiday styles for your special occasions. Awesome service at Collins Fashions, where fun meets fashion in downtown Wenatchee.
At Apple Valley Honda, we're a family dealership, and we love seeing friends and family during the holiday season. Happy Honda Days is back at Apple Valley Honda, and we have low finance rates and special lease deals. Hi, this is Marilyn from Apple Valley Honda, and I personally invite you to stop by and take a look at the all-new lineup Honda has to offer. And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Hey, we're out of eggnog.
I'll be right there. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
mocha emergency.
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frappuccino.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
Got to be one of those Saturday Night Live fake ads.
Yeah.
My favorite is the mocha Frappuccinos.
A peach Red Bull.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, have you those who watched the Wake Up Wenatchee show, did you watch Dan Kuntz's desk on the Wake Up Wenatchee Valley? I mean, have you seen all the crap he has on it? I mean, I ask you. What is he compensating for? I mean, look at my desk. There's nothing here but my coffee cup and this thing that runs the teleprompter. I got nothing to compensate for, but Danny boy, all that stuff. I mean, what's going on? You know, I wonder if he drives a full-size big wheel diesel pickup. Something's going on with that boy, obviously. That's okay, Dan, but clean off your desk. Oh, by the way, I drive a compact pickup truck. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by Local Tel. Las Posadas is this Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. This free event features music, a piñata, tamales and refreshments, and more. Holiday teas at the Wells House is this Saturday and Sunday on the Wenatchee Valley College campus. Don your hats and gloves, bring friends, and take tea at this light luncheon. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
Make a purchase from a local business and you are supporting your community and your friends. Please stop by and share some holiday cheer with these local businesses.
Buy Kaler Glen's holiday special today. $45 green fees with a cart. Go to kalerglen.com, choose daily deals, and pick your offer. Walkabout Grill gift cards are perfect for teachers, friends, and stocking stuffers. They offer dining for large groups in both Wenatchee and Leavenworth. Stop by today.
Happy holidays from your friends and neighbors.
NCW Life Channel is proud to present the Spotlight on Business. We're going behind the scenes to bring you the story of local businesses throughout North Central Washington. How did they get started, and why are they so successful? We'll answer these and other questions each week with Spotlight on Business, Sundays through Fridays on the NCW Life Channel.
Did you know that dental disease is the #1 illness affecting a pet's health? Bacteria from the mouth gets carried into your pet's blood and can affect the heart, lungs, and kidneys. By age 3, nearly 75% of pets have some form of dental disease. Dr. Shauna Bass and the staff at Paws and Claws Veterinary Hospital care about your pets, and good dental care can help your pet live a long and happy life. Learn how to clean your pet's teeth or see what Paws and Claws can do to keep your pet smiling by calling 888-PAWS or see us on the corner of 4th and Island, East Wenatchee.
And we are back here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. I, for one, love a downtown Wenatchee. For one thing, we have one. And who's kidding who? A lot of communities our size don't anymore. And every once in a while, Linda Haglund answers the call to come visit me on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. She's the executive director of the WDA. And one of the reasons I asked her to come, because I was fresh out of coffee. So thank you.
Exactly. It's coffee run.
Yeah, coffee run for me.
It's an official coffee run, right?
This is the Heart of Wenatchee blend. It's roasted by Mela. Of course, it's really good. It's also got caffeine in it, which is one of my favorite parts
Me too. Mornings, yeah.
of coffee.
Me
And
too.
this is available where people just want to buy it.
Well, it's available in a couple locations. The Chamber's probably the easiest. They have it there. You can buy it. Or you can call us and I'll get it to you. Or you can make a coffee call and I deliver it at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, there you go. Thank
There
you, by
you
the
go.
way.
You're
for
welcome, by
my
the way.
coffee. I'll put them down here by Trumpy Bear.
Yeah.
Hi, what's going on? I haven't seen you for a while.
I know. I'm going to try not to move around too much. I got my jinglers on today.
Okay, yeah.
And that'll drive your people in the little booth crazy. The ladies back there will not like me so much. It's super fun weekend. You know, this is the time where I just love this time of year. All the things, the story about the putting the bikes together at Sangsters. You know, everything that happens in this community truly is the spirit of who we are here. You know, what makes this space special. Saturday for us was no exception. We had 5 hours of wonderful, I call it chaos with Santa. It's wonderful chaos, but thanks to Parsons Photography, we had almost 500 kids in the 5 hours. They do free photos with Santa, so they do a free 5x7. And then 3 of those hours, we ramp up the chaos. And thanks to Papa Murphy's, NCW Foundation for Youth, and North Cascades Bank, we have free soda, pizza, crafts, all free. And the kids get to make a craft and take it home. It's just a little fun thing for the holidays. But like our Halloween event, we see all demographics. We see all incomes. Everybody's welcome. It truly is community, and it just warms my heart when people tell us the stories of this. You know, this photo will be a gift to someone in their family. Super cool day.
5,000 free photos from Parsons. They don't have to do that.
Well, they did. It was, you know, they're 500,
500,
right? So
yeah.
I don't know how many. Some of the kids are together.
Right.
No,
They don't have to do that.
No, but they've been doing it for, we figure, close to 18 years.
Wow.
And the Parsons family are about as community as you get. And to have that kind of professional photography and have a 5x7, pretty cool. People that pop in and find us that day from out of town can't believe that someone does that. And that's the community we live in. Pretty cool.
And of course, shopping downtown, unique stores, mom and pop stores, folks who are in it, not necessarily to make a bunch of money, but just they really like what they're doing. And you're going to find gifts, unique gifts that you're not going to find anyplace else for that one person on your list, and everybody has it. What am I going to get? Blank. You're going to find it downtown.
I love that scrolling. You're scrolling at about shopping local, right? We are a downtown of small businesses. And Small Business Saturday, I was told by some of the businesses that it was the best ever. Some of them the best day they'd had in the year. So that is resonating with people in this community. And what I tell people and ask them to please do us a favor and do your community a favor. We know the options online, the Amazon effect. We know what your options are, unlimited, shop, delivered, done, right? To be mindful and just do a little bit in your downtown and in your local, not just downtown, all local businesses, small business. And so that's resonating, I think, and people really are connecting to those small businesses. Pretty cool.
I had 2 of my favorite family female members on my list last year. I went to Collins for one. I went to Savoy for the other. They took care of me. They loved their gifts. They wrapped them for me because I can't wrap. That helped. That you
It
can't.
does.
You
I
know,
know.
that's all part of the deal.
I know, and it's really funny. I got to do, I call it a walk and talk yesterday. We are co-hosting Business After Hours with the Chamber tomorrow night. And so between the Chamber and us, we purchased gift certificates from some businesses downtown as a giveaway. And I get to go in, and they're tired, right? They're 2 weeks out from Christmas. This is harvest. But everywhere I went, there was holiday music. I mean, I just thought, I was a little tired from the weekend, right? But I thought, this is what it's about. It felt so Christmassy and snow. It was a Hallmark moment. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. Hallmark is a registered trademark of the Hallmark Corporation.
Sorry.
There, now we're fine.
All right, sorry.
So,
It's a Hallmark moment.
how many businesses are expanding their hours and open on Sundays? Now I know Firehouse always
Oh
is.
my gosh.
But a
you
lot of them are doing that now?
Yeah, almost all of them.
Okay.
And between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so the ones who typically aren't open are. So that's a really fun day to shop. I was down on Sunday and it was packed. It was so fun to see downtown bustling on a Sunday.
That's good. Mingle and jingle in downtown Wenatchee. Linda Haglund, explain what I'm holding in my hand.
Well, so we started something fun this year. It's a little passport. And so beginning Small Business Saturday through noon on Christmas Eve, we're encouraging you to pick up one of these passports. We have actually 26 businesses represented on them. They all have these passports for you to pick up. And then visit at least 15 of these stores and get a little stamp. And if you do that prior to now and noon on Christmas Eve, you can go to the chamber where we have delivered these ornaments. And you can pick totally free one of those cool apples, vintage apple, and then a little vintage snowman. If you visit all of them, you're going to turn this in, and we have drawings for lots of fun stuff and lots of free stuff we're going to be giving away. Super fun, and a chance for you maybe to find or discover some of these shops you haven't been in. Super easy. Just go in and get a stamp. They're waiting for you.
And there's, I don't know, I was starting to count them and I lost track. There's probably about 30 businesses
26.
on this thing. 26. So you don't have to go to all of them. You should go to all of them, but you don't have to go to all of them. 15, and you get your nice little
get your
little
little
prize there.
stamp. Everybody's excited to greet you. We've had people already redeem, so it's working a little bit. Right? We know it's new, but just try it. Just if you come down just for a couple hours, you wouldn't even take that, and go visit and just pop in and wish everybody a happy holiday.
There's a couple of new businesses I'm not quite familiar with that this would be a good time to check them out.
It is. It's almost like a treasure hunt, isn't it?
Isn't it? I like that.
Yeah, scavenger hunt. Me too.
I like that.
Very cool.
So you do the walk and talk. You're downtown. Your office is downtown. You walk downtown. What's the people are having a good year so far?
They are. What I'm hearing so far from when I talked to people yesterday, it's been a good Christmas, and this holiday season for them. So they got to make hay right now, right? It's the end of the year. You close the year out, and these are fourth quarter sales, and for many of these businesses, they count on it. And so I've heard businesses say they had great Sundays, which typically the Sundays leading up, they get progressively busier as people get in more of a panic. And the other thing I think we all notice is snow helps. Snow kind of brings that, it's Christmas, like it or not, here it comes, right? And a lot of positive comments yesterday when I do a walk. But it's my favorite thing to do is talk to these small, passionate business owners that are downtown, not because it's easy, and not in small business because it's easy. It's a passion of theirs, and they're proud of the merchandise they sell and their employees and customer service. And you're going to get a chance actually to vote for them. Can I throw that in?
Yeah, please do.
So in February we do our annual downtown celebration and appreciation dinner, and we award downtown's best. So in January you're going to be able to tell us your favorite best new business, or your best customer service, or best eating experience. You're going to be able to tell us that, and we award them. Pretty fun.
And it should be pointed out, my brother, who has some sort of important job in city government, he'll tell you that close to 40% of the city's revenues are reliant on sales tax. Sales tax. And as people move farther and farther away from brick and mortar and are buying online, pointing and clicking, that's money that doesn't go into the city's coffers to plow the streets and pave the roads and all that stuff. It's all one big package, isn't it?
It is, and we're very, very fortunate and blessed in this downtown that we have a strong mayor and council that supports small business and believes in small business and cheerleads with us for small business, because it takes, when they say it takes a village, it really does. And it takes a strong city government and work crew, city crew, because the past week, which we'll talk about in a little bit, some things that happened in downtown, we can't do that. We need collaboration from the city and city staff. Every time a street is closed, every time something, the streets are plowed, that's all a caring council and mayor. And I think sometimes people think, well, that's their job. That's why we pay our taxes. And that is true, but there is an attitude and a passion by which they do it that I love. And they're always smiling and always, I was so annoying last week and the week before to some of these staff. I got to take them donuts today, right? Yeah. But yeah, it is that attitude by which, and I got to tell the mayor about a week ago how thankful I am for his staff that doesn't do it because it's their job. They do it because they love this community, and it makes what I do a whole lot easier.
And I got to be honest with you, the downtown folks have got to be getting excited for this Hilton Garden Inn getting up and running, because that's just right on the other side of the pedestrian bridge. They'll have no problems putting heads and beds down there. It's going to be a phenomenal place. Beautifully located, perfectly located for downtown businesses, isn't it?
It is, and so I'm going to get to come to you next year sometime and tell you some cool stuff coming in for next year that will help impact as well. Things are looking good in downtown and with all our buildings in rehabilitation right now. So our theme for next year, I'll launch it here. Our theme for 2019 is Downtown, Your Revitalization Destination. And we have all of these buildings in some form of revitalization, right? There's a lot of them. How exciting. This is your downtown. And it's still that historic hometown feel. I always say that downtown kind of hugs you. These buildings are tall and big, and you feel that warmth of downtown. But they're growing and changing in a smart way. Economic development. Pretty cool.
Linda Haglund is my guest, the executive director of the WDA. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, if you walk outside the fountain at the Convention Center and the Numerica Performing Arts Center and the Stanley Civic Center, you'll notice a brand new tree. We'll talk about that and other cool stuff downtown related with Linda when we come right back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Club Crow is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow Saturday nights. We have live bands to rock the night away. Club Crow is bringing comedy to Cashmere. Check out our Facebook page for upcoming dates. Live jam session first Sunday of every month. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Collins Fashions has your lifestyle in mind. Casual to special occasions, head-to-toe styling, foundations to shoes, jewelry, scarves, handbags, awesome gifts too. Denim brands from Liverpool, Not Your Daughter's Jeans, French dressing, all fits and sizes. Slacks from Joseph Ribkoff, Renoir, Tribal, and Elliott Lauren. Easy care and flattering. Stylish sweaters from Icelandic, Curio, and Tribal. Great selection of cashmere sweaters and scarves too. We always have you in mind at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
And we're back with, there's no dancing on the show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're back with Linda Haglund of the Wenatchee Downtown Association. Brand new year-round Christmas tree, courtesy of Dave and Sandy Gallatley. The old one was just fine, but you know, trees die. And this one was done, and walk me through that whole process.
About 18 years ago, Dave and Sandy contributed the money for a new community Christmas tree. It actually came out of Oregon, so anybody who's upset with us because the tree came out of Oregon, the one 18 years ago did too. Evidently, that's where the tree farms are that like to sell 20-plus foot tree and dig them up and put them on the truck.
Those aren't easy to find.
No. So we went local with a local greenhouse, which referred us to another greenhouse, which then they're the ones who sourced this tree to get it here. And so last year on my Christmas wish list was a new community Christmas tree because ours was dying. And so Dave and Sandy once again stepped up, and it was not easy to get. This tree we actually picked out last February, and it stays in the ground until they dig it up. Well, I got a call a couple of months ago that there's a drought in Oregon and they didn't think they could dig it, and I did not know until the day before it arrived that it was actually going to get here. It was 1,200 pounds. who's counting, and the root ball was 6 feet, and we all assumed it was going to come in on a flatbed truck. No, it came in a semi-truck, and they opened the door, and the whole root ball was the whole end of the truck, and my heart just went, okay, we're going to decorate this tree in the truck because it is never going to get out of the truck. And Dave was down there, and thank you to the city of Wenatchee. That's when they wanted to kill me, right? Because the hole was 3 feet by 3 feet till we found out the day before that it was actually a 6-foot root ball. So they were down there all hours digging a bigger. We need a bigger boat, right? So yes, that tree now hopefully we'll get another 18 years out of it. It is a 22-foot tree, and it is in beautiful condition and healthy, and thank you to the city. Also a collaborative effort then with the chamber and the city to light the plaza. We know we needed to spiff up our act a little, especially we're so close to Christmas Town, right? So we get a lot of runoff from Leavenworth, and people come here. And so the plaza now is lit, and that's a collaboration between the city, the chamber, and us. And then I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but drive down in about a week. Another really cool addition to lights in downtown will be installed. It wasn't as easy as we thought. You know, you get this idea, and then Rob Jammerman with the city, he's in charge of public works and stuff. He smiles at me, you know, it's almost like, nice job, little girl, you know, he's kind of tall. And it was a dream, and it's going to come true this week. So we're really excited about stepping up and giving you that holiday feel in your downtown. People say, why don't you light all the trees in downtown? They used to be at one time. And it's because our trees are all different sizes and shapes and forms. It really doesn't work. And when you wrap those trees, you really have to unwrap them every year, or they girdle and they begin to grow into the tree. So that's not a good way necessarily for us to do it. So hopefully you're going to like what we're doing. Surprise, you're going to have to go downtown the end of the week.
And this is the good, people think, why would they plant a tree in November, which is when they did. It's actually the best time to plant a tree. Any arborist will tell you. Because the tree doesn't have to compete with, it doesn't need a lot of water, and it doesn't have to worry about the hot sun. They do just fine this time of year.
They do, and you know, they were super smart to tether them so you can't see, but the tree is actually anchored and tethered until the roots begin to take hold. But it was 1,200 pounds. It's 22 feet. And it was so fun. We lit it last Saturday. Dave did the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the other thing I need to say thank you for is the Coast Wenatchee Center Hotel. Frida and her crew donated the money for the new lights on the tree. So it has brand new lights. It's a brand new tree. And our other one we said goodbye to in the summer had a disease that wasn't fixable, and we had an arborist come in. So we've known for about 3 years our tree was on its last legs. So we have a brand new Christmas tree. We came close to not having one at all. So miracles happen even in Oregon. So there you go.
Linda, we got about a minute left. Anything else on your mind while I got you here?
Just from downtown and just the organization we do. Thank you to this family here that runs NCW Life TV and this whole collaboration here of allowing us this format to come and talk about what we do in the community. This, Brenda and Dimitri are community people, and what you've done here and allowed us this platform, we are truly grateful. And you're on our thankful list for this year, and we just wish everybody a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and hang on. In downtown 2019 is going to be a year.
It's going to be a great year. Don't forget to get your passport. You can pick them up at any store. And if you visit all 50, well, there's 26 of this. You don't have to visit all 26. All you got to do is 15, then you get a complimentary ornament while supplies last.
Ladies in the room, you get these today.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hey, way to go.
All right.
What do you think of Trumpy Bear, by the way?
Is it time to go off the air now yet?
It's making America great again. Trumpy Bear is. Shop downtown, folks.
Speechless. You got me speechless now.
Shop downtown. Do it this year, all right? And by the way, Cupcake Blues, I'll be seeing you before the day is over. I got a hankering for some cupcakes.
Oh, there we go.
I really do. Your friend of mine, Darcy Christopherson, will be on this show tomorrow. Cool. The administrator of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. She comes and pays me a visit once a quarter.
Okay. Got the chair warmed up for you, Darcy.
Yeah, there you go. Darcy will be on my show. Other guests have already been scheduled. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Everybody be good and be safe out there. We'll see you tomorrow. And remember, the mountain passes, not very fun. Avoid them if you can. We'll see you Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.